Hey guys, today we're going to talk about conversion rate optimization. My name is Dmitry. I'm the owner of BDP Media, a marketing agency that works with e-commerce stores. We actually help them acquire a loyal customer base to paid traffic. And I don't know why my camera is blurry today, but nevertheless, let's jump right into it. So conversion rate optimization, or CRO in short, is actually when you're just optimizing your website for purchases. Now, as you can see, your conversion rate is the percentage of visitors on your website that complete the desired goal out of the total number of visitors. So for example, if you have 100 visitors and you have 10 purchases, your conversion percentages are 10%. So your conversion rate is 10%. So from all the people that come to your website, 10% will actually buy the product. Now 10% is really, really high. Conversion rate of percentages are around 2 to 3 or even 4% max, but I never seen more than that. But on the bad stores, it's usually around 1% or maybe even less. Now, what are the benefits of conversion rate optimization? I suppose you already guys know that, but it's the cheaper CPA, which is cost per acquisition. So how much you actually have to pay for someone to buy a product. Higher AOV, which is average order value. That is just the value of your average orders. So maybe if you only have about one product and people only want to buy one product, then your average order value is going to be the price of that product. But if people usually buy 2 or 3 products, then your AOV is going to be higher. So that is just how much people actually buy on your website. And lastly, no need to increase the ad spend, since the ad spend can be the same, but if you optimize your conversion rate, you're going to get more sales without actually having to increase the ad spend. Now, first thing, you have to work on your loading speed. You can use a website called PageSpeed Insights. It's actually from Google to check how fast your website is. It's going to actually give you a scoring from 1 to 100, and it's going to give you all the suggestions that you can take to actually just have a faster loading speed. Now, this is some of the 5 that are just common when it comes to loading speed. So you can remove apps that you don't use. You can validate code. This is for a programmer. You can compress images and videos. There are online tools for compressing images. You can use lazy loading. And lastly, you can use Minify.js. For the people that don't know what Minify.js is, just taking your code and just minimizing and compressing it so that it's going to take less space and it's going to just run faster. Now, of course, if you're the owner of e-commerce stores, I suppose most of the people don't actually know how to code or how to validate code. So most of these things are going to be done by the e-commerce manager if you have them on the team, or someone who actually created the website or knows the ins and outs of the website or the shop itself. Now, why is loading speed so crucial? Well, by statistics, 1 second equals 3 to 10% in the conversion rate optimization. So if your website is faster or slower by 1 second, then your conversion rate is going to be increased or decreased by 3 to 10%. So really, to get just that 1 second, your conversion rate is going to increase by 10%. Now, that is why loading speed is so crucial when it comes to your website. And people don't generally want to wait for the website to load. They're going to exit immediately if the website doesn't load in just a few seconds. That is even pushing it. I think websites should load in maybe 2 to 3 seconds max. Now, second thing, build social proof and authority. Now, of course, if you have big companies, a company that has a name for it in the industry, like Nike doesn't need to have reviews and seen on section, since everyone knows who Nike is or what Nike is. But if you're a small brand and people don't actually trust you, you don't have authority in your industry, then these 4 steps can actually help you. Number 1, add as seen on section, no more than 4. So if you've been in some magazines, in some reviews, in some interviews, in Forbes, anything that actually is trusted or known, it doesn't even have to be like Forbes. Anything that is a magazine or an online interview can really help you get that authority. Because people see that you are featured on some popular maybe television shows, maybe magazines, then going to just hijack the same authority that that magazine has to your brand. Now, this is some like in the order. If you don't have, like, say, number 1, you can use number 2. If you don't have number 2, you can use number 3. So number two, use the videos of people using your product. They can be reviews, people even reviewing it on the YouTube or anywhere on the internet. Anything that is actually going to build up trust, because people believe people. Number three, you can just, if you don't have videos, you can use how many customers you actually have, how many products you sold. That is also going to help. Like if you have 100,000 products sold and counting, that is going to build up some trust. Okay, so people actually buy that product. And number four, and lastly, if you don't even have some customers, you can use some reviews of the product. Maybe if you did some Kickstarter, then you can use some reviews from there, or just some feedbacks from family can even be used as a review. Even actually, I know some companies even did, like they ask a stranger on the street to review a product, and they use that for building authority and social proof. Next thing, use sales notifications. Now, this is something that you have to use not too much, since it's going to be really, really spammy. Like I've seen a website that had so many sales notifications that you couldn't even buy a product. Like the buy button was just covered with the notifications. For the sales notification, you can install apps like FOMO. You can install apps like pop-up notifications, something like that. And there is also going to build up some authority, some social proof, since when people see that others are buying, they want to buy themselves. As you can see, this is what a sales notification looks like. Someone in New York just bought, and then a product. And how long ago? A quick tip, don't use the sales notifications on the phone. So you only use them on the desktop, since on the phone, sales notifications that just take up too much of the screen real estate. So this is just a quick tip, and don't use them that oftenly. Like don't have a sales notification just pop up every 2 seconds. And overall, it just looks spammy. You don't want something just catching your attention when you're trying to buy a product. Now, when it comes to your copy on the product, maybe on the product page or on the main website, if you have just one product sales page, you should use benefits or features. So, for example, if you have a camera right here, you shouldn't talk that it's 12 megapixels camera. No one really cares. What is way, way better is using the copy, for example, that I made below. Take pictures of your family, keep your favorite moments. Now, that is talking about benefits, like why should someone buy, and not features. People don't buy a product, they buy experience, they buy benefits that come with it, they buy a destination that product is going to take them to. So for example, if people don't buy a camera because it's a camera. They buy camera, let's say, if they want to be a photographer, wedding photographer, maybe like a professional photographer, maybe they want just to take pictures of the family. Like no one cares about 12 megapixels. They care about what is the camera going to actually bring to them. Are they going to take pictures of your family? Are they going to take professional pictures? So that is what they care. They don't care about the specifics, like the features. And this is something that is seen mostly in the watch industry or in the technical industry, where people just list all the features of the watch, like the type of the metals, or if you buy a computer, you know all the specs. Now, of course, all that can be important, but it shouldn't be the main focus. Now, last but not least, this is something that is crucial. Like if you take one thing from this presentation, take this, and that is heat maps. Heat maps is something that you can use to understand your users and how they actually move throughout your website. And the heat maps are actually going to record all the movements. They are going to see how people are just moving throughout your website, if they are getting lost somewhere. And I would really encourage you to just take one day out of your week and just look through all the recordings, see how people actually are moving throughout your website, and see if you can find a pattern. When you find a pattern, then you should work around that. Like, let's say if people are getting lost on your product page, they don't know how to buy. Maybe it's the button, maybe it's too low, maybe it's too small, maybe it's not even seen as a button. So really just look over all those recordings, try to see if there is a pattern, try to see if people are getting confused somewhere, they are getting lost, and then work from there, see if you can actually make it simpler for the customers and for the users not to get lost on your website. You can also see where the people are actually leaving your website, where are they clicking off. So really, like, heat maps is something that's really, really crucial when it comes to your conversion rate optimization, since there's no better way to see how your customers interact with your website than actually recording them and looking back at it. So this is it for the quick conversion rate optimization presentation that actually rhymed. Of course, there are more tips, but these are something that you can start off. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you have some questions, let me know. If you maybe want me to take a look at your website and to just diagnose it to see where your website is actually lacking sales, lacking the conversion rate optimization aspect of it, put it down in the comments or DM me. I will gladly help you, even though that is something that we don't actually offer as a service for our clients in the BTP Media agency. I will gladly take a look at the website just because I want to help you guys. So let me know how this video did, if someone got some value out of it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.